Africa we want, the Agenda 2063,
yes,
is at the back of the minds of these heads of state, and in this year we're talking about the acceleration of the after implementation. Let's begin there. For Africa to trade as a bloc, for Africa to compete on the international stage, what then do we need to do as an entire continent? Because we have the regional blocs and we have those small issues that some of those blocs have not yet been able to fully ratify the after. How then do we move forward as a continent?
Thank you very much, Leila. So the 36th ordinary session of the AU it has a long agenda, and the AfCFTA, the African Continental Free Trade Area, is on the agenda at two levels. The first level is, and first of all, some 44 countries, I believe, have now ratified the AfCFTA. It means they are ready to trade under the regime of the AfCFTA. And so what is now happening from the perspective of the Assembly. The Assembly is the topmost organ of the African Union. It is an assembly of the heads of state and government. And basically they take decisions on policies. And they are doing two things with the AfCFTA. One is to adopt a number of protocols that have now been agreed upon. And these are the protocols of the AfCFTA on investment, on competition policy and intellectual property rights, which completes, if you wish, the second step of the AfCFTA instrument adoption process. So that is one. But number two, the AU has a practice of every time it meets, it adopts a theme for the year. And because of the centrality of trade in Africa's development agenda, if you look at Agenda 2063, which is Africa's or the African Union's development blueprint, it places trade at the center of everything. And so this year, the theme is going to be, or is, acceleration of the AfCFTA. So they're going to adopt that. They're going to have appoint somebody as a champion, typically a former head of state or a current head of state, that will then give, if you wish, oomph to the acceleration of the implementation of the AfCFTA. So that is what is on the agenda, among other things. Obviously, it's going to be adopting many decisions. As you know, Africa has experienced, as you pointed out, many wars, for example. And for about 5 or 6 years now, the African Union has had an initiative that it calls Silencing the Guns. So that initiative continues to be on the agenda of the AfCFTA, of the African Union. And then there is, since about 2017, when it's appointed a committee that was led by the current president of Rwanda, Paul Kagame. It is going to be discussing the implementation of the Kagame report. So institutional reforms is also on the agenda of the AU heads of state and Senate.
All right.
Yes.